is Mike Honigsberg with Enid and Garfield County Emergency Management with some winter weather tips. You know, with winter coming on, I'm always preaching about preparedness, and I think that's extremely important. A lot of people don't think preparedness is really necessary because of complacency. But when something major occurs, it's going to be important that you have at least a few things in line in order to, get through the situation. So I've put together 11 tips here that I hope will be helpful in your preparedness efforts. Number one is water. Believe it or not, we all got to drink water. You can actually survive longer with water than if you don't have food, let me put it that way. Make sure you have plenty of water on hand. Blankets in the wintertime, you got to keep warm. That's pretty much self-explanatory. And even in the summertime, a blanket to have to lay on or whatever is sometimes a pretty good thing. Number three, flashlights. If we have a major power outage or something like this, it's going to be important to have something you can shine to, be able to get around and that kind of thing. So flashlights and batteries, of course, are extremely important. Shovels, if we get a lot of snow, what's snow? We actually could get snow this year, but you may have to dig out. Have a shovel in the vehicle in case you get stuck, especially out and around the county and this kind of thing. So if you end up in a ditch, you may have to dig your way out. So a small shovel would be a good thing to have. Power source, generators, this kind of thing. I think we all learned back in 2002 with the ice storm that we had when the whole electrical grid went down through the whole region that generators are extremely important. We were all scrambling to try to get power to all those essential systems that keep the water flowing and a few lights and stuff going out there. So again, if you can afford a generator, especially if you're going to build a home or something like this, make sure that's in the budget because you'll be glad you did. I know I did when I built my house here several years ago. Food, of course, food again is self-explanatory. Have food on hand. What does it take for you to get through each day? Take that times 7. And then you'll know what you need to survive at least a week. Do the same thing for your family too. Moving on, tools and supplies, that kind of thing. Duct tape, duct tape fixes everything. But basic tools is a good thing to have because you don't know what your situation is going to be. So just having the basics, screwdrivers, maybe hammers, pliers, that kind of thing are always good to have to do minimal repairs. First aid kit, no matter what I do, I get hurt doing it or I get cut or whatever. And if you have kids, the same thing's going to happen with kids. So make sure you have a first aid kit on hand. Make sure you have an AM/FM radio. It's important to be able to keep in touch with what's going on in general announcements and that kind of thing. Televisions may not be working if your cable system is out due to a major outage and this kind of thing. Information is going to be hard to come by. Your radio stations should be on the air, hopefully, that their backup generators are working so that you can get information. But also too, make sure that you have batteries, for your AM/FM radios too. Toiletries, for instance, no matter what happens, we're all human and at one time or another we're going to have to go. So make sure that you have those necessities just in case it happens. And then stepping on to number 11 here, medications. There's a lot of people who take medicine every day. You have to kind of survive. And so in the event something major is coming up, make sure that you've got your pills and stuff all lined out. So if you have to leave and say that we're going to get a major storm through here, you don't want to have to deal with it and you're going to go to be with relatives or whatever, then make sure that you have your medications in order and take them with you. Now, if you have if your medications are, low and a storm's coming, go get them refilled. Call your doctor, whatever you have to do, and get that done. So this way you don't run out of them in the middle of a disaster situation or whatever. I think overall, if you just take the time to sit back and think what if, and take the list that we provided here for everybody too, that I think that you'll be a lot better off in the long run in your preparedness efforts. Just remember, preparedness isn't hard. You don't have to have a 500-page plan to be prepared. You just got to have the what if in your mind. If this happens, what if that happens? This is what we're going to do. Thanks for taking the time to watch us today, and we'll catch you the next time.